this scheme that comes out. And the two major things that I'm thinking right now is poverty level, which can be further explained as the state of the economy that make people look for some form of hope to make their life better. When you know that your earnings, your legal business is no longer able to cater for your daily needs, you're trying to look for that hope of better life for yourself and your family. And there's a place of greed.
Okay.
People who just want monies that they do not work for. They are looking for easy, quick money that they can have access to. And you see these people fall victim of this kind of things.
Okay. All right. So Ibugo is trying to curate this for us, and I hope that we can pick it, from one point to the other and understand it. So we will take a look at the PDP, but we are live on Facebook, and we want you to join us. Please do come up to Facebook and join us, and let's have the conversation. But there was a communique issued by PDP Governors Forum after its 2025 fourth meeting held in Ibadan, Monday, April 14th. The PDP Governors Forum held its 2025 fourth meeting in Ibadan, your state, and resolved these items. One, noting the nationwide speculations about possible merger of political parties, groups, and or associations, the forum resolved that PDP will not join any coalition or merger. However, the PDP as a major opposition party welcomes any party, persons, or groups that are willing to join it with a view to wresting power and enthroning good leadership in 2027.
Why does that even sound to me as though they also share the belief of the former Vice President Atiku Abubakar about how coalition is the only way for opposition to thrive in our country, Nigeria? I mean, we've complained so much about how it seems like we don't have strong opposition, especially since the coming in of the APC in the country. Why does it seem as though they are also agreeing that there's a need for coalition, but they are saying that they won't be the one to destroy the structure of their party or collapse it?
I will say they agree that there is a need for coalition. I will say they agree that there's a need for coalition, but they don't want PDP collapse into another party. So they are saying that if anybody is interested in joining, coming under the umbrella, that they should come under the umbrella, but they are not going to collapse the structure of PDP into another party. So for me, I will say that they probably have answered my first question, that do they think that PDP as it currently stands
stands no chance?
Yes, can wrestle power from the APC in 2027. I mean, do they think that the way they are structured right now, the party's health and the party's influence, is it big enough to take over power come 2027? And that's a question that I think they should answer. And I think by their admission, they have actually agreed that they cannot be, the only structure that will take power come 2027.
But what I'm thinking about right now is how personal ambition is one of the fueling reasons as to why we do not have strong opposition.
Of course.
When I know that I, as a candidate, I want to attain a certain height in my political career, and I'm seeing offers on the table. I mean, I'm talking about the loopholes that we've had in PDP over time. How we have the leader, Nyesom Wike, still, as of today, has not defected from PDP, but is working for an APC government. We have so many PDP members working for the APC, thereby, indicating so many loopholes in the party itself.
So whose bodies are in PDP, but their souls are in APC?
And APC. So how do you say that you are of the opposition and you're looking to defeat a party when some of your agents are working for the said party that you say you want to defeat? And then this lack of national interest, I think, is the reason why we have been going around the same cycle over 10 years as a country. We have the same leaders being recycled, but because it is our passion, the personal ambitions of those people that are being, sponsored, is why it's beyond which party am I under or what am I fighting for? It's about, am I going to attain the position that I want to get to?
Okay, so when you talk about personal ambition, the only person that came to my mind is Atiku Abubakar. But I know that we can also talk about Nyesom Wike and many other people, in that
Politicians
party.
in Nigeria largely focus more on their personal ambitions than fill in the gap.
The national interest, if you like.
No, I don't want to say.
Okay. The forum reiterates its position taken in Asaba on the issue of the national secretary of the party. But in the wake of the Supreme Court judgment, the forum resolved to recommend that the deputy national secretary act as national secretary pending the nomination and ratification of a substantive secretary from the Southeast Zone and NEC, respectively, at its meeting. Number 3.
Okay, I'm so sorry.
Okay,
I was reading some of the comments that somebody was talking about his view on Facebook.
The forum reasserts their collective determination to avert a rape of the constitutional democracy, hence the decision of approaching the Supreme Court to give a clear-cut verdict on the interpretation of the provisions of the law on the declaration of the state of emergency in any state.
The forum restates its solidarity with His Excellency Sir Siminalayi Fubara on the ordeal into which his state and the people are being plunged by the declaration of a state of emergency, and we reiterate our commitment to stand with him till the end. And
the forum finds alarming the worsening security situation in the country as evidenced in parts of the country, especially Borno, Plateau, Katsina, and Edo states. The forum calls for review and rendering of priorities and strategies, including adopting a bottom-up template that guarantees the subnationals to constitute an effective line of defense against security breaches, while raising the concerns above. They condemn the recent attacks in Plateau State and commiserate with the government and people of the state, especially those who lost their lives and properties during these unfortunate mishap.
The forum resolves that working in conjunction with the National Working Committee, NWC, and other relevant organs of the party to hold a NEC meeting on the 27th of May 2025, constitute a zoning committee that will address all issues relating to zoning of party offices and hold an early convention in August 2025, precisely on the 28th, 29th, and 30th in the ancient city of Kano.
All right. So Bala Muhammad, who is the chair, actually made the statements known to the public. Let's listen a bit to him.
No. If he is the leader of the party.
Apologies there.
Nationwide speculation about the possible merger of political parties, groups, and/or associations, the forum resolved that the PDP will not join any coalition or merger. However, the PDP, as a major opposition party, welcomes any party, persons, or groups that are willing to join it with a view to wresting power and enthroning good leadership in 2027. 2. The forum reiterates its position taken in Asaba on the issue of the national secretary of the party, but in the wake of the Supreme Court judgment, the forum resolved to recommend that the deputy national secretary acts as a national secretary pending the nomination and ratification of a substantive national secretary from the Southeast Zone at NEC at its next meeting. 3. The forum reasserts our collective determination to avert a rape of our constitutional democracy, hence the decision of approaching the Supreme Court to give a clear-cut verdict on the interpretation of the provision of the law on the declaration of state of emergency in any state of the Federation. The forum therefore reiterates its solidarity with His Excellency Sir Siminalayi Fubara on the ordeal into which his state and people have been plunged into by the declaration of the state of emergency, and we reiterate our commitment to stand with him till the end. Number 4, the forum finds alarming the worsening security situation in the country as evidenced in parts of the country, especially.
All right, so we will stop it there. And so, what?
They are basically saying they are not against coalition, but then they have to come to them, not them going to them. Adego Kegiwa is not nice on Facebook. He says, good morning. Which PDP Governors Forum met? Is it the APC faction of PDP or the disposed faction of PDP? I'm not laughing.
Okay. Well, thank you. We want to hear your thought about it. But you see, Josh July, you are blaming advertisers. You're saying that, we are part of the problem because we have them come to radio. When they pay money to advertise their product, what do you do about it? You send them away? Is that what you do? Anyway, I leave it to you, your choice. Now, Sheriff Owolabi said Pennywise, Welchgate, MMM, yet greed will not allow people to think rationally. Exactly. I mean, when you see advertisements, you make your choice. You
make your researches.
It's your decision.
Yeah.
It's your decision. Anyway, instant gratification always end up in dark cycle. Right. That's your thought about it. So thank you, Yunus.
But
yes.
after Cbex collapse, the Security and Exchange Commission, that is SEC,